Are there any markets that are performing exceptionally well right now where people you would say, yeah, if you want to open a pad split there, you should go there?
Yeah, I mean, so, like this changes all the time because like what you'll see is with our numbers, like market wise, they're like it's kind of like one of those graphics where people are just running from market to market.
Hmm.
It's so it kind of roller coasters sometimes. Like two that come top of mind right now, Philadelphia is super, has a lot of occupancy. Richmond, Virginia, high occupancy. There's a lot of
Mm.
markets in Florida that have done really well. Now, investors that want the tried and true approach with like no, they don't want to be any type of pioneer. Atlanta presents a lot of
Okay.
opportunities because we are like the
Hmm.
Kleenex of co-living in Atlanta currently. Like, uh,
Okay.
uh, like when we'll go have meetings in Atlanta every couple times a year, and we walk around in our pad split hats or whatever, and people are like, "Oh, hey, pad split!" Like
Yep.
they know who we are, right? You get in your Uber, and the
Uh-huh.
Uber driver's like, "Oh, I live in this pad split," right?
Hmm.
And I'm actually getting hosts that have been investors in co-living in Atlanta for years. Everything was successful, and they're like, but now I'm getting people who, if I'm not on pad split, they'll say, "Oh, never mind." Right? Like I'm not
Mm.
interested.
Okay.
So, that has its benefits in Atlanta. Southern California has an interesting dynamic to it. Like, there's a lot of complications with doing it here, but there is also the appreciation play. So it really just depends on what the
Hmm.
investor's goal is. Like there's cash flow opportunities here, I would say, but it's more of a blended appreciation cash flow strategy.
Right. Yeah. Hmm.
Versus like, but Dallas has been a great market for us. I would say like Richmond, Charlotte, Dallas, those are solid. Jacksonville has been pretty good for
Hmm.
us.
Okay. Very cool. Well, thank you. So before we end, though, I want to ask you, like, how can people get in contact with you?
Yeah, so my link will be in the description of the video. It'll be my link tree where you can download my contact information. You can sign up for my webinars. I do 2 to 3 webinars a month on the second and third Fridays, usually of every month, where I have guests on. Katrina, you're actually scheduled right in July. You're going to be coming on
Yes.
with me. So
Yes.
if you want to keep an eye out for that webinar specifically, you can go on my link tree. I post on my Eventbrite page. I also have a lot of helpful resources for co-living investors, like recommended furniture items,
Nice.
resources. Yeah, there's all sorts of helpful resources on there. I have a prop stream trial that you can sign up for if you want to try to identify properties that you want to buy for co-living. There's a whole lot of stuff on there. So that is where I usually recommend to connect with me. And then I'm also going to give a link for all the listeners here where if you click on the second link that'll be there, that'll help you set up your host account so you can have access to those tools. And I, like I said, if you're watching this and you're at all interested in co-living, doing this type of investing, I would say sign up for a host account. That way you can have access to those tools because they are super helpful. And like I said, we don't charge
Yeah.
for them.